welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday and the day after Valentine's Day, so I hope that you were able to love on your loved ones and also get loved on. I didn't feel good yesterday, so I stayed in the house and we just chilled and watched comedy. It is that time of the month, so I was not feeling sociable. I did not want to go anywhere, especially when I know everybody was out yesterday. So we usually celebrate the day after Valentine's Day anyway, so this is better for me, and I wanted a steak. So we're going out to get a steak now. I'm about to head out the door. A little bit in a rush because our reservation's at 7:30 and it's 7 now. So I'm gonna go ahead and head over, but I hope that you all had a good Valentine's Day, and this is mine. So I wanted a steak. We're going to St. Anselm in Union Market here in DC, and they are known for their steaks. Everything is antibiotic free, hormone free, and I just felt that this was best for me right now. And I feel like in your menstrual phase, you should just give yourself what you want. So I'm gonna head on over and I'll bring you guys along with me. St. Anselm. The food was great. I had the Wagyu steak and Vincent had the ribeye steak, the 16-ounce ribeye steak. It was very good. It was just what I needed. And then we had the fried mashed potatoes. I think they were like pan fried mashed potatoes. And we also had broccoli, and the broccoli was like pan seared or like steamed and then grilled. It was like kind of charred, so it was perfect to go with the potatoes, and everything was super tender. The steak was amazing, so I had a really good dinner. I couldn't really film in there because it was so dark and I didn't want the footage to be funny. It was kind of fuzzy looking because it was so dark in there, and it was really loud, so all the stuff that I wanted to talk about, I couldn't really talk in there because we weren't seated in the area where it was really quiet. I thought we would have had a booth, but we only had a table, and the tables were really close together, and it had a larger party beside us, and they had chairs out in the walkway, so the servers had to come almost bumping into our table to get through the aisle. So I didn't want to have to obscure their walkway any more than it was already obscured. So I just said that I would talk about it here. But one of the reasons why I started this channel is because I really think it's important to talk about when we go through certain points of our cycle, especially the menstrual phase, which is what I'm in right now. So I have not been feeling, I know you can tell right now, probably tell that I'm kind of tired. I have been tired for the last few days since I started my cycle, and that's usually how it goes. My energy is very low. Serotonin levels, dopamine drops completely. So I don't have, my social battery is completely low. And I didn't want to go out yesterday, so I was like, let's just go out today, but I really wanted a steak. So we decided to go out. It was a lot slower than I'm assuming it was yesterday, especially with Valentine's Day falling on a Saturday. But nevertheless, we had a good time, and it was just a way for us to get out and celebrate. Also, the day after Valentine's Day is my favorite day because they marked the chocolate down 50% because they don't want to sell Valentine's Day candy anymore. So they're gonna mark it down significantly so that they can get it out of the store. So I love chocolate. I'm a chocolate fiend. So today is the perfect day to go buy the dark chocolate and the chocolates that you like because they're half off or more than half off. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I think it's important that you vocalize how you're feeling during your cycle. I have a partner. My partner knows when I'm going through my cycle how to navigate around me. If I'm feeling tired or stressed out or aggravated or just annoyed just because it's a chemical imbalance, I'm not gonna feel like myself. He knows to ask me like, do you want me around? Do you want your space? I think that's really important, even with your friendships. Like when you're going out or you have something planned and you want to cancel on your friends, not because you don't want to be there, but it's because you know that your energy is already depleted. So I think it's important to be able to share, like, listen, it's that time of the month. I don't really want to be around anybody. I think it's best for me to, I think it's best for me to sit this one out and I can catch you the next time. And I think a lot of women, especially women my age, in the past, when growing up, this may have been taboo to talk about. Like, you didn't talk about when you were going through your menstrual cycle. And I think even thinking about me as a child, as a kid, when I started my cycle, it was something that I dreaded. Like, I was embarrassed. I dreaded it. I didn't want people to know. And I think that also does something to the body because the body can feel that. The body can feel their energy. And so I think it's important to just own it. It's gonna come. It comes every 28 or so days. And so it's like, it's gonna come. I know it's coming. I know what's going to happen more than likely. And I can prepare for it, and I can prepare the people around me for it. So I really want to convey that, and I hope that's coming across on this video and on this channel, that it's okay to talk about what phase of your cycle you're in and what you're feeling. And it's good to notice that as well, to know what your body needs during each phase. And I think it's just very empowering to own that part of us, because we're gonna have this for a long time until it decides it wants to stop. So tonight I tapped in, like, I wanted a steak. I'm gonna have a steak, and I don't usually eat steak, but I wanted a steak tonight. I had a steak, and I wanted a good steak. It was tender. It was just what I needed. It was hearty. It wasn't super fatty. But one of the things that you lose a lot of when you're menstruating is blood. You lose a lot of blood, and you lose a lot of iron. And steak has something called heme iron, which is really good for you. And it also replenishes all the iron that you're losing when you're bleeding. So that's one reason why my body was probably craving a steak. Another thing is, something I'm just learning myself, is there's a way that you can consume your steak or consume your beef or iron and absorb the most from it, is if you put some citrus element with it. So I think on the video you'll see me sprinkling lemon on my steak, and it, of course, it enhances the taste. But one thing that any citrus, orange, lemon, anything like that will do, it will help your body absorb the iron better because of the vitamin C. So that's something to think about as well. Like, if you're gonna have a steak or you're gonna have some beef or something like that, and you want to get that iron richness from the food, just pair it with a lemon or an orange peel or something like that, or sprinkle a little lemon on your food to make sure that you're absorbing the most iron from that. So that's one thing that I thought was really cool that I share. Another thing that I had tonight, I had red wine. I wanted some wine. Wine can be inflammatory, but 1 or 2 glasses won't hurt you unless you're already cramping. I'm not cramping today. I feel okay today, so I had a glass of wine. I had red wine with my steak. Another thing that I had, I don't deprive myself when I'm on my cycle, because I already feel bad enough. I'm already tired and depleted of energy. I had a piece of chocolate cake. I split it with my husband, but it was so good. It was dark chocolate. There were layers of like cream or frosting in between chocolate frosting, and then they put flaky sea salt on top. I don't know if you've ever had chocolate with sea salt, but it's like chef's kiss. It's the best thing. So anytime I have chocolate chip cookies, chocolate cake, anything with something that's rich and decadent and sweet, the salt just enhances it and takes it to another level. So the chocolate chip cake was good, and I don't feel bad about it, and I don't think you should. Especially in this phase, you should be thinking about, what does my body want? And my body wanted chocolate. And another thing about chocolate, when you crave chocolate during your menstrual cycle, it's because your body's craving magnesium, and chocolate is full of magnesium. So yeah, it's a little decadent, yeah, it's indulgent, but at the same time, there's a reason behind why we want these things during our cycle and why our body wants these things. So lean into that. I'm not saying go crazy and make yourself feel horrible, but I had a steak, I had potatoes, I had some broccoli, I had a glass of wine and some chocolate, and I don't feel bad about it. I feel great. I'm actually kind of tired because I had a great meal and everything was great. I don't feel overly full. I feel satiated, and that's what your body needs in this phase, to feel satiated. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know it's short, but I really wanted to talk about what I was eating today and how I was feeling today, and it took a lot to record this video because of how I'm feeling, but I thought this was the perfect time to share what I was going through so that I can help somebody else who may be going through the same thing. So if you can take anything away from this video, take away that this is a normal phase. It's normal to feel these things. Whatever you're going through in this phase of your cycle, own it, embrace it, and do what feels right for you. So tomorrow, I'll probably have some soup, something hot, something warm. That's what I crave during my cycle. And I'm curious to see what you crave during your cycle. If you can, comment below and let me know what you crave during your cycle. I usually don't crave steak, but I do crave chocolate all the time. Chocolate is my favorite. I'm not really a sweets person. The darker the chocolate, the better. And yeah, that's my thing I crave. So let me know what you crave below. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Thank you for joining, and see you later. Bye.